Girona, the real deal over in Spain, of course, after another win, sees them tip at the top of the table. Because will they still be there, though, heading into the international break? We're going to take a look at that and much more next. That's right, folks, Batman's giving a prediction video today. We take a look at match number 13, of course, over in La Liga, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe button, bang out, say all things La Liga related, Black Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all here, boys, in a bloody basement. That's right, we're still on our travels, so please forgive me, because we're not going to do the Super Brew this week, or we're not going to showcase the Super Brew. It's still wide open, so keep on getting your predictions in. But the real talking point is Girona. Anything going to stop them, of course, from competing in the Champions League next season? They, of course, fantastic victory for them last weekend. But what's going to go on this weekend? Of course, we'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so. A whopping 78% of you are not subscribed. Let's get those numbers a little bit more closer to the money. But anyway, let's get into it. Of course, look back at how I got on, how you guys got on, and all that kind of good stuff, sort of. Anyway, as we look forward, before we go back, well, we look back before we go forward. So anyway, so here we go. Of course, my predictions are on the screen right about now. Of course, with some of my results, we do know that Barcelona with a big 1-0 win over Sociedad. We do know Girona, big 4-2 winners over Osasuna. Real Betis also taking a monster win. And of course, the shocker, that was Atletico Madrid losing to Las Palmas. That's, of course, right here, right now, what I know. But of course, this is the table as we see. Of course, Real Madrid still in amongst it there, but Girona flexing the muscles alongside Barcelona, and of course, Madrid moving downwards. Of course, that could all change this weekend, and hopefully I'm not missing too much again. I am recording this ahead of the final few games, so that'll be kind of a little bit behind the times with, of course, as we talk about the next coming games, which of course is match number 13. Now, these are those games, and I'm looking forward to each and every one of them, of course, before we round up another chunk of the season, before another unwanted international break. So let's get into it, of course, and look forward to those next games. I'm going to start right here, right now, with this one. It's Athletic Bilbao up against Celta Vigo, of course, coming at you on Friday, November the 10th. Be with you now. These two sides again have played each other 52 times in 1993. We've got 23 wins for Bilbao. We've got 13 wins for Celta Vigo. We've got 16 draws, of course. Biggest win for Bilbao, 4-0 win. They've got 70 goals in 52 games, 1.35 goals a game. Bilbao, of course, coming into this on 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. They are 7th with 18 points on the board. Meanwhile, Celta Vigo, back-to-back wins for them, 30% form for them. Of course, heading into this, of course, 18th for the table and 7 points on the board. Their biggest win, though, over Bilbao, 6-1 win. Got 58 goals in 52 games, 1.12 goals a game. Last time around, though, over at the San Mams Stadium, it was a 2-1 win for Bilbao back in May 2023. Of course, Bilbao got a busy week up ahead, but of course the odds right here right now, we've got 13-8 on as your hosts here. They are overwhelming favourites, 14-5 is draw, 19-4 is your away win here. Of course, I am back in, of course, Bilbao to continue where they left off. 3-1 win for them, and of course, continuing to move up the table. Kicking on forward, it is Atletico Madrid against Villarreal. Of course, that's one of the final games coming at you on Sunday, November the 12th. Of course, now these two sides have played each other 44 times in 1988. 14 wins for Atletico, got 16 wins for Villarreal, 14 draws. Of course, biggest win for Atletico, 3-0 win. They got 58 goals in 44 matches, 1.32 goals a game. Villarreal, though, 3-0 win, their biggest, 61 goals scored in 44 matches, 1.39 goals a game. Villarreal, though, just 1 defeat past 6. They're on uptick of form right now. Of course, up to 12th in the table with 12 points on the board right now. Up against Atletico Madrid, 4th at the moment, 25 points on the board. Just 1 win in 3 for them, 75% form for them over the last 6. Last time around, though, over at the Civitas Metropolitano, it was a 2-0 win for Villarreal, who are unbeaten against Atletico over the last 4. However, 3 of those last 4 have ended up as 2-2 draws, of course. The odds here, 7-4 on Atletico. Of course, they are favoured here, 10-3 is draw, 70-4 is Villarreal. The form book, of course, a big factor in this one, but Atletico bouncing back with a 3-1 win for them, and of course heading into the international break, into the Champions League spots once again. Osasuna, they're up in action against Las Palmas, coming out on Saturday, November the 11th. Now these two sides again have played each other 18 times since 1996. We've got 7 wins apiece and 4 draws. Biggest win for Osasuna, 4-0 win. They got 31 goals in 18 matches, 1.72 goals a game. Las Palmas, biggest win for them, 4-1 win. They got 32 goals in 18 matches, 1.78 goals a game. Las Palmas winning 5 of the last 6, 83% form for them right now. 9th, of course, as of recording, and 17th, 17 points on the board right now. Osasuna are in 11th, 13 points on the board, 2 wins for the last 6, 33% form for them right now as well. Last time around at the Estadio El Sadar, it was a 2-0 win for Osasuna. Of course, that was back in May 2019 in the Segundo Division. The odds here right now, we have Osasuna 11-10 on for the victory. They are favoured. 12-5 is your 60-5 is your away win. 2-1-1 apiece. One right down the middle, of course, point split. Of course, no one going away very happy after that one. Barcelona up against Deportivo Alaves, coming at you over at Barcelona, coming at you as well on Sunday, November the 12th. Again, these two sides have played each other 29 times since 1999. We've got 21 wins for Barcelona, 4 for Alaves, and we've got 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for Barcelona, 6-0 win. They got 74 goals in 29 matches, 2.55 goals a game. Alaves, though, committed on with a 2-0 win, their biggest over Barcelona. Just scoring 23 goals in those 29 matches, 0.79 goals a game. Alaves on 50% form for them right now, 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. Just one defeat, though, in the last 5, 14th in the table with 12 points on the board. Meanwhile, Barcelona are third as of recording, 27th points on the board, 75% form for them in a busy week ahead. Last time around in Barcelona, it was a 1-1 draw back in October 2021. Of course, Barcelona taking on Shakhtar Donetsk this weekend, or this week in the old Champions League. So that's going to be taking precedence at the moment. But 9-2 on for the victory here against Alaves. 6-1 is your draw. 11-1 is your, of course, Alaves comfortably done. 3-0 win for Barcelona. And, of course, remaining in the top 4 into the break we go. Next up, we do have these guys. It's Granada up against Getafe in the Battle of the G's, of course, coming out on November the 11th. That's a Saturday. Played each other 17 times in 2011. Got 8 wins for Granada, 4 for Getafe, 5 draws, of course. Biggest win for Granada, a 2-0 win. They got 25 goals in 17 matches, 1.47 goals a game. Meanwhile, Getafe, 42% form for them right now, 23 goals scored in the 17 matches, 1.35 goals a game. They're unbeaten them in the last 6, 58% form for them right now. They are 13th at the table with 12 points on the board. Up against Granada, just 1 win in 6, 42% form for them right now, 19th at the table and 6 points on the board as well. Last time around over in Granada, it was a 1-1 draw back in October 2021. Getafe with a big 12-0 win over Tandieta last time around. That was in the Cup. Again, taking on Cadiz this weekend. Granada with a 3-0 win over Arasola, again in action this weekend as well. But the odds right here right now, we do have Granada 6-4 for the victory. Of course, 21-10 is the draw, and 2-1 is your long shots here. Going to go with a 0-0 draw here. Point to piece, another draw for Getafe as they continue on their drawing spree. Next we have Sevilla up against Real Betis, coming out on Sunday, November the 12th. Be with you now. These two sides have played each other 56 times since 1995. Got 26 wins for Sevilla, 11 wins for Real Betis. Got 19 draws, of course. Biggest win for Sevilla, a 4-0 win. They got 87 goals in 56 games, 1.55 goals a game. Up against Real Betis, a 3-0 win, their biggest. 54 goals scored in 56 games, 0.96 goals a game. Betis, though, 83% form for them right now, winning 4 on the spin. Of course, 5th at the table and 20 points on the board. Up against Sevilla, 50% form for them right now. 1-1 lost 1 and drawn 4. They are 15th at the table. Of course, 11 points on the board. Last time around over in Sevilla, it was a 0-0 draw back in May 2023. In fact, both matches ended at all square last season in the top flight. The odds right here right now, we do have Sevilla 21-20 for the victory, 25 is draw, 13-5 is your away win. Another tough one here. Going to go with another draw. 2-2 goal fest, though. Plenty of drama, plenty of goals. We'll see if I'm right. Vallecano up against, of course, the surprise package. It is, of course, Girona coming out on Saturday, November the 11th. Now, these two sides again have played each other 19 times. 2008, we got 8 wins for Vallecano, 5 wins for Girona. 6 draws, of course. Biggest win for Vallecano, 2-0 win. They got 26 goals in 19 matches, 1.37 goals a game. Up against Girona, 3-0 win. Their biggest, 23 goals scored in 19 matches, 1.21 goals a game. They are, of course, top of the table, or maybe second, depending on what goes on with Real Madrid. 31 points on the board. 5 wins on the bounce for Girona. Red hot to trot. Vallecano, though, unbeaten in the last 6 games. However, just winning twice out of the last 6, 67% form for them right now as well. They are 8th with 17 points on the board at the moment. Last time around, it was a 2-2 draw from in Vallecano back in March 2023. In fact, both matches ended up as a 2-2 last time around. A Desmond 2-2. Of course, the odds here 70-10 is your Vallecano, 5-2 is your 6-4 is your Girona here. Going to go with a 1-0 squeaky bum win for Girona, just enough to get over the line and, of course, remain in the Champions League spots and possibly even remain joint top or top into the international break. Of course, we'll see if I'm right. Next up, of course, we have Mallorca up against Cadiz, coming out on Sunday, November the 12th. Again, these two sides played each other 11 times. 2005, got 5 wins for Mallorca, 2 wins for Cadiz, and 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for Mallorca, 1-0 win. They got 11 goals in 11 matches. You could do the math on that one. Meanwhile, Cadiz, 2-0 win was their biggest. 9 goals scored in 11 matches, 0.82 goals a game. Cadiz, though, back-to-back games now without a loss. 33% form for them right now. 16th at the table with 10 points on the board. Up against Mallorca, what we're looking at here, 1 win in 6, 42% form for them right now, 17th in the table with 9 points on the board as well. Last round in Mallorca, it was a 1-0 win for the host back in May 2023. Of course, the odds for this game, we're looking at Mallorca 5-4 on for the victory, 9-4 is your draw, 70-4 is your away win. Back in a 2-1 win for the host here, Mallorca, taking the points, moving up the ladder, and away we go. Real Madrid up against Valencia. Goodness gracious me, another cracking tie on our agenda before the international break. Played each other 68 times in 1993. We've got 39 wins for Real Madrid, we've got 15 wins for Valencia, we've got 14 15 draws, of course. Biggest win for Madrid, 5-0 win. They got 138 goals in 68 matches against Valencia. That's 2 goals, 2.03 goals on average. Meanwhile, Valencia, biggest win, 4-1 win. They got 87 goals in 68 matches, 1.28 goals a game. Valencia, though, unbeaten in the last 4, 50% form for them over the last 6. They are 10th with 15 points on the board. Up against Real Madrid, 28 points as of recording. That might be up to 31 by the time this video goes live. 92% form for them right now, heading into this last round. They're over at the Bernabeu. It was a 2-0 win for Real Madrid back in February the 2nd. Of course, the away side has only won once at the last 6. That's when Real Madrid beat Valencia in Valencia back in September 2021. The odds here, we are 3-1 on is your, of course, Real Madrid red hot favourite, 17-4 is your draw, and 7-1 is your long shots. Back in a 3-0 win, and I'm making that my banker on this one. 3-0 win for Real Madrid to remain in the mix. Of course, next time we have Almeria up against my boys, of course, Real Sociedad, coming at you on Saturday, November the 11th. Played each other according to my eyes 10 times in 2010. We've got 4 wins apiece and 2 draws. Biggest win for Almeria, 2-1 win. They got 15 goals in those 10 matches, 1.50 goals a game. Up against, of course, Real Madrid, their biggest win, Real Sociedad, their biggest win, 3-0 win. They've got 19 goals in 10 matches, 1.90 goals a game. 58% form though for Sociedad right now, just 1 defeat at the past 6. They are 6th with 19 points on the board. Up against Almeria, 25% form for them right now, just 1 win in 6. They are 20th with 3 points, just 3 points on the board as well. Last time around over at the Estadio de los Yugos Metropolitanos, it was a 2-0 win for Sociedad, who did the double over Almeria last season, and back-to-back clean sheets heading into this as well. The odds for this one, though, we have Almeria 16-5 for the victory, 14-5 is your draw, 5-4 is your away win. Of course, we're back in Sociedad. 2-1 win, getting the 3 points, moving the chains, and away we go. That's, of course, all I've got for you right here, right now. Make sure you bang the old like, bang the old subscribe, and hit the little bell, of course, to keep you bang up to date with everything La Liga related. And of course, these are my picks, and if I'm right, this is what the table will look like. Of course, it's pretty much as you were at the tip of the top of the table, and pretty much as you are down the foot of the table, of course. But that could all change, of course, as we come back from the international break. We look forward to seeing you, and don't forget about the Super Brew, being a bang up to date when we come back as well for that one. That's, of course, there, and of course, that's this right here, right now. Make sure you bang the subscribe. A whopping 78% of you are not subscribed, and also make sure you smash the old likey. Get the YouTube algorithm working for you guys. That's what you want to do. Make it get you the content that you want to see. But anyway, we're going to be back after the break. Of course, enjoy yourself. Get, of course, some rest. Build up to Christmas. Of course, that's not too far away. But until then, guys, we'll see you soon for the next one.